right, if you don't train your self talk, someone else is going to train it for you. Advertisers, social media, old relationships, your past will train it, and you will live as an echo. So it's time to take your voice back. I was listening to Shi Hen Yi, and I may have said it wrong, but he's just someone whose podcast I ran across. He had a really powerful message. You need a stronger first sentence. The first voice you hear each day becomes the leader of your mind. Think about that. You wake up and surrender to your phone, your worries, to yesterday. And if you can't control your mind in the morning, you will spend your whole day negotiating weakness. I realize I spend way too many days negotiating weakness. I think if I just do this one thing, then I can do something that I really want to do. And that's usually, let's be honest, a time waster. But I'm like, if I can do it for this long, then hey, yeah. So before you open your eyes, before the gratitudes, what do you say to yourself? The real sentence. And this is important because this decides if you will keep or break your promises to yourself. Been guilty of that. If you do not choose your words, your fear will choose delay, hide, complain, escape, avoid. And if the first action of your morning is your phone, you are saying that the external world comes first and you come second. Now, if your first action is discipline, you're saying, I lead. So he gave 5 powerful words to start your day, to remove excuses, to take away the story you've been saying, and to get you uncomfortable. So here's the words. Present, choose, discipline, endure, and kindness. Kind of not words I was expecting, I'll be honest. But they definitely, once he explained them, made so much more sense. So, present. Where do I abandon the present? Is it in worry? Is it in regret? Distraction? Fantasy? I'll be honest. For me, it's worry. It's distraction. Yeah, I'm not always present in where I'm at. Sometimes with the people I'm with either. So definitely something I need to work on. So say the word present and then focus on your breathing, on your body. Where is your power? Be present in the moment, right? Choose. Where do I feel powerless? Decide you won't drift or negotiate. That's going to be a hard one. Again, I'm a negotiator. So I've got to choose that I am not going to negotiate. Wow, these are big choices to make first thing in the day, right? Discipline. Where do you keep breaking your promises? We all do it. Getting better, but we all do it. So where? Decide the first thing you're going to do today, even if you don't feel like it. Now, next one, endure. This doesn't mean to suffer blindly. It means you can hold discomfort without it breaking you. The discomfort you avoid becomes your prison that you live in. Oh my gosh. That is so true. When you do not get uncomfortable, you stay exactly where you're at. And, I used to want all these dreams, but they weren't coming true because your dreams aren't in your comfort zone or you'd already have them. So you got to get uncomfortable. And endure is going to help with that. Discipline's what we do when we're fresh, right? But endure is what you do when you are tired. And that's kind of big because we often deal more in tired than in fresh. And so the discipline's not going to get us through. We've got to have that endure. Kindness, the ability to speak to yourself without cruelty while still demanding excellence. This is what I call giving yourself grace, right? So to me, that's a big one because we're not ever going to be perfect all the time. So you got to give yourself grace and say, I wasn't perfect, but I'm not going to stop. So say these 5 words first thing every morning and understand them. Then ask, what would a disciplined, kind person do in the next 10 minutes? And just do it. Don't say these words, make them a declaration. I'll be honest, this is going to take practice to get it right. It's not going to be easy. You're going to make mistakes. And that's okay. This is where the grace comes in, the kindness comes in. Because you got to remind yourself that the mistakes or the stumbles are okay. But what isn't okay is to not get back up and do it again. So this is going to be really hard for me because I negotiate getting out of bed. I will say 10 minutes on social media or reading, and then I'll get out of bed. My bed's warm, it's cozy. I'm not in a hurry to get out. Then I negotiate another 10 or something minutes. And I, like, getting up is not my thing. Mornings are not my thing. This is really important for me because, again, I want to choose what kind of day I have. And if I can lead in discipline, then I'm not going to be negotiating all day and making my day harder. So I got to stop negotiating first thing in the morning and have discipline there first off. Again, not my strong suit. So I started this today, and I'm going to tell you right now, it wasn't perfect. I definitely had to rely on some kindness and give myself grace because at the end of it, I didn't even look at my phone until after I got out of the shower. So while it wasn't perfect, it was better than I've done. I was more intentional with my morning, and I consider it a win. I'm going to get better at it tomorrow. So now it's up to you. Are you going to be the leader of your mind, or are you going to let someone else lead? Okay, start your day tomorrow. This is the real test. So the 5 words: present, choose, discipline, endurance, and kindness. Truly practice them, get to understand the meaning, and you're not going to start out great. It's hard to start out with huge intention while you're still trying to remember the words. So keep practicing them, keep working at it, and know, as with anything, we get better the more we practice. But the intention has to be there. The intention of being great is what I'm going for. And every day, I'm so much better. Today, you know what? Wasn't horrible. Wasn't great, but wasn't horrible. I'm considering it a huge win, and tomorrow I'm going to be better. You lead. You choose to lead. Make this your life. You're in control, or you're not. It's your choice. Thank you for spending this time with me and for listening with an open heart and for choosing to invest in your growth today. If this episode spoke to you, I'd love for you to share it with someone who might need the reminder that their dreams still matter. Sometimes one conversation, one message, one moment of encouragement can change everything. And if you want to go deeper, my book, Rise, Believe, Become, was written for the in-between seasons, the moments when you know there's more for you, but you're still finding the courage to take the next step. You can find my book on Amazon, and remember, no matter what phase you're in, your dreams don't expire. Until next time, keep rising.